Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is my quarter 3 book haul. So I don't know how many books I bought in quarter 3. I did have my birthday, so August was the highest number of books that I bought, and I did receive a few as gifts, so I will be talking about those. But I'm gonna do a quick count and see how many books we're gonna be talking about in this video. Okay, so we've got 45 books here that I'm gonna be showing you that I bought or received in the months of July through September. So I will be starting with July 1st and doing them in order by month. So first up we have A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. This was my Aardvark book of the month pick for July, and I read 50% of this author's other book and DNF'd it, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one, but I do want to try it out. So this is book number 1. Next is Totally and Completely Fine by Alyssa Sussman. I haven't heard anyone talk about this, but I liked this cover. I did not realize that this was past and present timeline, or else I probably would not have picked this one up. But with that, I am still interested in this and excited to pick this up. Next is Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. This was recommended to me by one of my friends at book club, so I decided to pick this up. I have not read this just yet, but I am super excited to get to it. Next is Promise Me Not by Megan Brandy, and this is a companion book to Say You Swear, which I absolutely loved. That book is a 5-star read for me, so I'm hoping to like this one just as much. Next is One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune, and this is Carly Fortune's newest book that just came out, so I wanted to pick this one up. I love all of Carly Fortune's covers. And along with that, I did get This Summer Will Be Different. I have read this one and I enjoyed it. This was Carly Fortune's release from last year that I finally picked up. Next we've got Rush by Maya Banks. This is the first book in the Breathless trilogy, and I read this book. I enjoyed it. It's very like 50 Shades of Grey-esque, reminiscent of the books during that time era, because this did come out around that same time. But I enjoyed this. It was a quick, easy, fun read, and would definitely recommend checking the series out if you are looking for something in that kind of realm. Next is The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. I enjoyed this when I read this. I thought this was a part of a companion series, but all of these books by Jessica Joyce have been standalone, so definitely don't have to read one before the other, but I really enjoyed this and would definitely recommend. Next we've got King of Pride by Anna Huang. This is the second book in the Kings of Sin series. I read book 1, enjoyed it, and wanted to pick up book 2. Next is It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan, and I heard a lot of good things about this book, plus I really like this cover. I just really love the blue, so I decided to pick this up. Have not read this yet, but super excited to get to it. Next is Older by Jennifer Hartman, and this is on my October TBR for the month, so I'm excited to read this. Hopefully I will be getting to it soon. Next is Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is a dark romance, and I am excited to pick this one up. I've heard really great things about this, so I'm excited to see what I'm going to think. And finally for July, I have Thorns and Fire by Helen Scher. This is the second book in the Ashes of Thesmar series. I read this book, absolutely loved this book. I absolutely am obsessed with this series and pretty much anything that Helen Scher writes, so definitely recommend checking out this series if you have not already. Now moving on to August, which is my birthday month, and definitely the most books that I got during this quarter. So we're just gonna go ahead and get on into it, with the first book being The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. I read a couple of other books by Catherine Center and wanted to pick this one up, so I decided to grab this one and I enjoyed this one. Next is The Deathless One by Emma Hamm, and not too sure what this is about at this moment, but I do remember seeing this, I think, on Instagram and really liking the description, and so I pre-ordered it, and I don't remember anything about what this is about. So, but this is on my fall TBR, so I am hoping to get to this one soon. Next is Accomplice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer, and this is the third book in the Assistant to the Villain series. I feel like the series is such a fun time and perfect for October, so hopefully I will get to this one soon. Next is City of Souls and Sinners by Kayla Edwards. This is the second book in the House of Devils series. I read this one, I liked it okay, but I'm still enjoying the series, so I definitely will be continuing the series. Next is Storm of Secrets and Sorrow by Melissa K. Rourke. This is the second book in the Legacy series, and I am having such a good time reading the series. I will be picking up book 3 soon because book 4 comes out in November, and I'm super excited about that. So I was trying to make sure that I didn't have to wait too long before picking up book 4, but I did read this one and I really enjoyed it, and I'm super excited to continue on in the series. Next is Well Actually by Maisie Eddings. This was my Aardvark book pick for August, and I loved this book. I cannot recommend this book enough. This was so good, and definitely recommend picking this book up if you have not already. I just had such a good time with this and cannot recommend it enough. Next, we've got Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Kimmerer, and I heard someone talking about this and I really liked the sprayed edges and the pink, and I thought this was so fun, so I decided to pick this up. This is a poly fantasy romance, so super excited to read that. Next, I have Where Loyalty Lies by Elle Christopher, and the author very kindly sent this to me after I was a beta reader for her, and my name is in the acknowledgements of this book, so that's really cool and fun. And yeah, so got this one in the mail. That was super exciting. Next is Bourbon and Lies by Victoria Wilder. This is the first book in the Bourbon Boys series. I have been reading this series and have been having a really good time with it, and definitely recommend if you're looking for a romantic suspense. Next is Avalon Tower by C.N. Crawford and Alex Rivers, and I've heard amazing things about this book in the series, so I'm super excited to get to it. It is on my 25 books to read in 2025, as well as my fall TBR, so fingers crossed I will be getting to this one soon. These next 4 are all a part of the same series, and I did pick them all up at once for my birthday book shopping trip that I did. So it is the entirety of the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver. So the first book is Off to the Races. Next is A Photo Finish, The Front Runner, and A False Start. And I picked up all 4 of these books and have since read them, and I really enjoyed this series. I thought it was such a fun time and would definitely recommend it if you have not checked it out. It is a small town cowboy romance series, and it is a lot of fun. So I definitely would recommend checking this series out if you have not already. Next is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is Taylor Jenkins Reid's newest book that she has published this year, and I've heard pretty good things about this, so I'm super excited to read this, and hopefully I can get to it soon. Next, we have Love Arranged by Lauren Asher. This is the 3rd book in the Lakefront Billionaire series. I did read this one recently and didn't love it, so don't know how much longer this will be on my shelves, but definitely still would recommend checking out the series. I liked the first 2 books, just didn't really care for this 3rd one. Next is the traditionally published version of Quicksilver by Kelly Hart. I am obsessed with Quicksilver. I love this book and I love this story, and I'm so excited for Brimstone to come out in November, and I'm hoping to possibly do a reread of Quicksilver soon, so I'm happy that I have this stunning edition. I feel like it looks so much better in person than it did on all of the pictures online, and I did end up getting the one with the silver sprayed edges, and yeah, I love this book so much, so definitely recommend it if you have not read it. It's so good, and I highly recommend the audiobook for it as well. If you are hesitant about picking up the physical book, definitely the audiobook is the way to go. Next is Dire Bound by Sable Sorensen. This is the first book in the Wolves of Ruin series. This is the traditionally published version, and I picked this up because I'd heard amazing things about this, and I'm super excited to read it. It is on my fall TBR, so fingers crossed I can get to this one soon. These next 3 books were gifted to me by my friend Valisa, so thank you to Valisa. She did get me these for my birthday, and I have read one of these so far, and I'm super excited to read the other 2. But the first one that she got me was As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. This is the 3rd book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, and I have finished this series now and it was such a fun series, so thank you so much to Lisa for completing my trilogy with this book, and I enjoyed it and would definitely recommend this series. And then the next two that she got me are part of a series. She finished the series out for me, so thank you for that. But she got me Block Shot and Hook Shot by Kennedy Ryan. These are the second and third books in the Hoops series by Kennedy Ryan, and I'm super excited to read these. I first of all am obsessed with these covers. I love a good like white cover, and I just think that these are so pretty, so I'm super excited to get to these. And thank you again, Lisa, for gifting these to me for my birthday. And the final book that I picked up in August was Servant of Earth by Sarah Hawley. This is the first book in the Shards of Magic series. I picked this up because I heard Emmy talking about it, and she said that this was a trials-based romantasy, so super excited to read this, and hopefully I'm going to enjoy it. So finally, moving on to September, the first book that I picked up was Bourbon and Secrets by Victoria Wilder. This is the second book in the Bourbon Boys series, and I really enjoyed this one. I definitely will say I like the first one better, but this one was still fun. I will say I am absolutely obsessed with this cover. I think it's so gorgeous, and I'm so happy to have this on my shelves, and definitely again would recommend the series if you have not picked it up. Next is Wildcard by Elsie Silver. This is the fourth book in the Rose Hill series, and I like this book okay. It is like a small town series, and it's like ex-boyfriend's dad, and like this just wasn't what I was expecting. I thought there would be a little bit more from this, but I thought it was just okay. Would still definitely recommend the series, but I feel like I prefer Elsie Silver's other two series over this one. Next is A Land So Wide by Erin A. Craig. This is the Aardvark edition. I got this for September, and this is a fantasy that I think also has a little bit of a mystery aspect to it, and I'm really excited to read this one. Hopefully I'm going to really enjoy it. Next, I've got People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young, and I did read this and I thought this was really fun. I will say there was a few aspects about this that I didn't love, but I definitely would still recommend this book if you have not read it. Plus, I'm just absolutely obsessed with this cover. I think it's so gorgeous. Next is a very anticipated read for me, and that is Aldrich by Carrie Lake. This is the second book in the Eating Woods trilogy. I read Anathema and loved it so much, so I'm super excited to read this book. I'm just so excited to read this, so fingers crossed I can get to this one soon. Next is Whisked Away by Enola M. Douglas, and this is the first book in the Jewels of the Nine Kingdoms series. I saw one TikTok about this and bought it. I honestly don't even remember what this is about, but I saw this cover and absolutely thought it was so gorgeous, and so I decided to pick this book up. And I think this is a Holly princess story that is taking place in, okay, this is a Omega-verse fantasy. It says, Whisked Away is an Omega-verse fantasy brimming with power struggles, high-stakes politics, and slow-burning passion. It is a why choose romance, but there is no relationship between the brothers. This is book one in the Jewels of the Nine Kingdoms series. So sounded fun to me, so decided to pick it up, and fingers crossed I'm going to like it. Next is Blood and Betrayals by Jeanette Rose and Alexis Rune, and this is the first book in the Avalon University series. I heard this book is similar to Zodiac Academy, which I loved, so I'm super excited to read this, and hopefully I'm going to like it. Next, I have Alchemized by Sin Lin Yu, and I was going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to pick this book up or not, but I did ultimately decide that I did want to pick this book up, and I've been hearing amazing things about it, so I cannot wait to read it. The next book that I got was Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. This is a fantasy book about two students who have to go to hell to rescue their professor, and I've heard very mixed things about this, but it is my book club book for the month on Fable and in real life. So if you do want to join my book club on Fable, it is completely free, and the link is always in the description. But this is a book that we're reading for the month of October, and I'm excited to read this one. I was able to grab this like very pretty edition with this like foiling on the cover and these like really cool, intricate, detailed sprayed edges. So I thought that was fun, and yeah, so picked this one up. Super excited. We'll be getting to this one here in the next week or so. And finally, the last book that I picked up in September was Bourbon and Proof by Victoria Wilder. This is the third book in the Bourbon Boys series. I think this is the final one. I think it is only a trilogy, but I am super excited to pick this one up. I have been having such a good time with the series and I'm excited to see the way that it closes out. All right, so those are all 45 books that I got in quarter 3 of this year, and I'm super excited about all of them. I have read quite a few of them so far, which has been really fun and have enjoyed my time doing that. And then there are so many that I am still really excited to get to. So let me know if you have read any of the books that I talked about in this video, or if there's any that you think that I should move to the top of my TBR. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I will have all my social media linked in the description. And if you have made it to this point in the video, leave the basketball emoji for the Hoop series because I am super excited to read this soon. And with that being said, thank you guys so much again for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!